Hi everyone, welcome to the classes on fluid machinery. This is the second class on hydraulic machines. So we'll be discussing some problems regarding our Pelton wheel. Here is our first problem. The first problem is about to design a Pelton wheel for a head of 60 meter. That is working under a head of 60 meter, running at 200 rpm, n is equal to 200 rpm. The Pelton wheel develops 95.6475 kilowatt. This is a turbine developing power. That is a shaft power. They have mentioned the shaft power. Velocity of bucket is 0.45. Bucket velocity is specified by u. It is equal to 0.45 times the velocity of jet, that is v1. U is equal to 0.45 times v1. The overall efficiency is the ratio of shaft power by water power, so equal to 0.85. And the coefficient of velocity, which will be used for calculating the velocity v1. So here is the given data. As it is a question of designing the Pelton wheel, we have to calculate this much data: the diameter of the jet, diameter of the wheel, width of the bucket, depth of the bucket, and the number of buckets. The first thing we are going to calculate the diameter of the jet. Diameter of the jet can be calculated by using the equation, by using the values discharge and area of velocity of the jet, because the amount of water coming out through a jet, that is equal to Q, which is given by area of cross section of the jet into velocity of the jet. In the area of cross section is obtained by pi by 4 d square, where d is the diameter of the jet. So if we know the values of discharge and velocity v1, we can calculate the diameter of the jet. First we will calculate the velocity v1. v1 is given by cv root 2 jet. The value of cv is given in the question as 0.98. and h is given 60 meters, so we can directly calculate the value of v1. And here it is specified bucket velocity u is equal to 0.45 times the velocity of jet, so we can calculate the value of u1 and u2. And u is equal to, we know the equation pi dn by 60. From using that equation we can calculate the value of capital D, which is we have to calculate for the design of the Pelton wheel. So we calculate the value of capital D. Now we will go for the value of small d. For that we need the discharge. Discharge can be obtained by equating the overall efficiency, that's a shaft power by water power. Shaft power is given as 956475 kilowatt divided by water power. Water power we have the equation rho GQH, where h is given, rho and g are known value. We will get the value of q as 0.19 meter cube per second. This is the discharge of water coming out from the jet. Discharge q is equal to area into velocity, where velocity is the velocity of the jet v1 that we already calculated. If we are dividing the q with v1, we will get the area of the jet, that is pi by 4 d square. From that we can calculate the diameter of the jet, d is equal to 85 mm. Okay. And the next thing we will be calculating the size of the bucket, that is width and depth of the bucket, and the last one will be the number of buckets set. Okay, this much data is required for designing a Pelton wheel. Here is our next question: a 3-jet Pelton wheel turbine. Here it is mentioned that 3-jet Pelton. In this Pelton wheel we will be using 3 jets, that is total discharge is given by area of one jet into velocity of water flowing through that jet into n, where n is the number of jets. Here we will have 3 jets, so it will be 3 into pi by 4 d square into v1 will be the total discharge, capital Q. So 3 jet Pelton will require to generate 10,000 kilowatt power. Shaft power is 10,000 kilowatt under a net head of 400 meter. Capital H is given as 400 meter. The blade angle at the outlet, we will have blade angle and vane angle in the question. Both are same. Blade and vane angles are same, that are theta and phi. Theta is in the inlet and phi is at the outlet. Here it is given blade angle at the outlet is 15 degree. So we can write phi is equal to 15 degree. And the reduction of the relative velocity while passing over the blade is 5%. Relative velocity, that is VR. We will have VR1 in the inlet side, VR2 in the outlet side. It is mentioned that reduction in the relative velocity. Relative velocity is reduced by 5%. So we can write VR2 is equal to 0.95 times VR1. Next thing, the overall efficiency of the wheel is 80%. That is, shaft power by water power is equal to 0.8. CV is equal to 0.98. That is required for calculating the velocity V1. The speed ratio, that is required for calculating the U, that is bucket velocity. Calculate the diameter of jet, small d we have to calculate. Total flow, Q we have to calculate. Third one, force exerted by the jet. These three are familiar things we can calculate. The fourth one is, if the jet ratio is 10, jet ratio is mean capital D by small d, that value is 10. Find the speed of the wheel for a frequency of 50 Hz. We know that turbines are running for generating power. In our India, the power is generated 50 Hz. That is 50 cycles per second. It is rotating at a speed of 50 cycles per second. Okay, so for obtaining a power of 50 Hz, how much should be the RPM of the wheel? Okay, that we have to calculate. For that we will be using the equation N is equal to 60F by P. So we will start with our term diameter of the jet. So it can be calculated by using the equation discharge and area of cross section. First we will calculate the discharge. Here is our given data. So we will go for the discharge. Discharge can be calculated using the equation. Overall efficiency is given by shaft power by water power. Shaft power is given, it is 10,000 kilowatt, and the equation for water power is known rho GQH. And the head is also given as 400 meter. So from that we can calculate the discharge. Total discharge is 3.18 meter cube per second. We can calculate that. And we need the discharge provided by one single jet. Here it is mentioned that it's a 3 jet Pelton wheel. So discharge from one jet is given by 1.06 meter cube per second. So we got the equation of discharge through a one jet. So next we will go for the equation of velocity. Velocity is V1 is equal to CV root 2 GH. So from there we will get the value of velocity. So we will get total discharge is equal to velocity into area of cross section. From that we can calculate the diameter of the jet we get calculated. The second thing we will be calculating the equation of force. Total flow. Second thing we have to calculate the total flow, that is Q. That we already calculated 3.18 meter cube per second. The third thing we need the force exerted by the jet on the bucket. Okay, that is V omega 1 plus or minus V omega 2. That is our equation. V omega 1 plus or minus V omega 2 into rho A V1. Okay, so A V1 can be replaced by a equation Q. The force exerted by a single jet. Here it is mentioned the force exerted by a single jet. Single jet will be using the discharge equation for one jet, that is 1.06. And next thing we have to calculate the value VW1 and VW2. So from this figure VW1 is equal to V1 and VW2 can be written as VR2 cos phi. So this is VR2 cos phi will be its horizontal component, minus U2 will give us the VW2. So first we will write the equation for VW1, which is equal to V1. V1 we have calculated, so we can directly write VW1 is equal to 87 meter per second. Okay. Next thing we need the VW2, this small term. So VW2 is equal to VR2 cos phi. The cos component of this VR2 will VR2 cos phi. So VR2 is in the question, it is given that VR2 is equal to 0.95 times VR1. So we need the VR1. VR1 can be obtained from the bottom. So VR1 can be written as V1 minus U1. So we know the value of V, we know the value of U. So from V1 minus U, we will get the value of VR1, 46.25 meter per second. From using that VR1, we can calculate the value of VR2, that is 0.95 times VR1, that is 44. This is VR2 we obtain. We need VR2 cos phi. Cos phi is given as 15 degree in the question. So VR2 cos phi 44 cos phi minus U2. U2 and U1 are same. It's equal to 40.75. You will get the value of V omega 2. V omega 1 we got, V omega 2 we got, and Q we got rho. This is the total force exerted by the jet. Okay. And the next thing we have to calculate the jet ratio. If the jet ratio is 10, we have to calculate the RPM. So jet ratio is 9, d by d is equal to 10, small d we have calculated 0.125. From that we can calculate the value of capital D. And using capital D in this equation we will get the RPM as 620. Okay. And we are substituting the RPM equation. This is a equation for electrical generator. N is equal to 60 F by P for a single pole and 120 F by P for a double pole. Okay. We just study this equation. N is equal to 60 F by P. Okay. So in this equation we will substitute the value of N. We will get the value of P as 4.85. So we have started from D. It is given d by d ratio 10. From that we have calculated the value of capital D. Using capital D we have calculated the RPM. Substituting the RPM in this equation we have calculated the number of poles. Frequency it is given, it is 50 Hz. We have calculated number of poles. Pole is on which we have doing our windings in a generator. So it will be will approximate to the next higher value. So 4.85 can be written as 5. Using this 5, we will again calculate the RPM is 600. Using the RPM, again we will calculate the small capital D. Using that capital D, again we will calculate the d by d ratio. So it is approximately greater than 10. So our assumption is correct. Or we can just stop here. What will be the RPM? That's enough. They have asked for what will be the RPM? 600. That's enough. Okay. And next question, it is again design of a Pelton wheel, which will be discussed in the next class.